Hi, I'm Tarah Venn, registered dietitian, and I am all about translating nutrition science into easy to apply daily actions like meal prep. So today we're going to be meal prepping 3 different recipes. The first one is a veggie frittata with asparagus and zucchini. The next is my go-to granola recipe that I cook literally every week because it's just so easy and so delicious. And then the final one is a sweet potato breakfast hash that is delicious with a fried egg on top. All 3 recipes are nutritional powerhouses, and they're all super easy. They require very little equipment. We are going to be putting up recipe cards at the end of this, so you don't have to write any of the ingredients down. All right, let's do this. So I've got my oven preheating to 325, and I'm gonna go ahead and prep my veggies and scramble up my eggs. One of the things that I love about zucchini and asparagus is that they're just so versatile. You can add them into practically any recipe and get your veggies in. Most Americans don't get enough veggies in their diet, so if you're able to sneak them in with breakfast, then you're one step ahead of the game. Okay, now that my veggies are pretty well cooked, I've got them spread out evenly, and I'm just gonna add the egg. I'm gonna let that cook for about 3 minutes until the edges start to look like they're setting. Might stir it a little bit as I go if I need to. I'm also gonna add some Italian seasoning. I would say, maybe 2 teaspoons, or if you're me, add a little extra. This recipe actually, I normally go with ricotta, but since supplies are a little bit limited at the grocery store right now, we are gonna do feta cheese. All right, just gonna sprinkle in as much feta cheese as I want. 1/4 cup, 1/2 cup. You just want it to be evenly dispersed throughout your frittata. Frittata is in the oven. I'm gonna let that bake for about 20 to 25 minutes. While my frittata is baking in the oven, I'm just gonna quickly mix together the ingredients for my granola. So my oats, my nuts, my seasonings, and my sweetener, which I'm gonna be using honey for today. I just spread it out on a baking sheet with some parchment paper, and then I'm gonna bake it at the same temperature that I baked the frittata for about 20 minutes or until it starts to get lightly brown. Also, oats are just such a nutritional powerhouse, packed full of great fiber and other nutritious minerals. So my frittata is done literally at the exact time that I finished prepping my granola. So there goes the timer. So I'm gonna go ahead and just take this sucker out of the oven and then pop the granola in for 20 minutes. All right, now that my beautiful granola is all done, I'm gonna let it cool all the way. And the reason for that is that if you pack it up when it's not all the way cooled, it can get a little bit less crunchy. And I'm also gonna bump the temp of the oven up a little bit higher to 425 so that I can put my sweet potato hash in there that I was prepping while the granola was in. Sweet potato, it's a very healthy antioxidant rich choice for breakfast. It's also lower on the glycemic index than some of our other starch choices. All right, I have my veggies all chopped. I've got my bell pepper, my sweet potato, and my garbanzo beans, which I rinsed and drained. What I'm gonna do now is put a hefty serving of avocado oil. Avocado oil has a high smoke point, so it's great for things that you bake at a high temperature. The next thing I will be adding is hot paprika. So I'm gonna go light on it. I'm gonna do just about maybe a 1/2 teaspoon or a 1/4 teaspoon. Okay, my oven is preheated to 425. I have my lovely sweet potato breakfast hash all covered in avocado oil and seasoned with salt, pepper, paprika. If you have garlic powder, that would be a really good addition. I made sure that it is all evenly spread out and the pieces are pretty uniform, pretty close. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop that in the oven for about 20 minutes, stirring halfway through. Heat the temp up to 500, do the same thing again, so another 20 minutes, stirring halfway through. And then I'll check the potatoes to see if they're soft enough. And if they are, we'll call it done. Now it is done, and it looks nice and crispy and delicious. So I will go ahead and take it out. All right, my breakfast recipes are all packed up and ready to go, ready to be enjoyed in the future. All in all, it took me a little over an hour to make all 3, so not too bad. I'm gonna post the recipe cards now, so get ready to screenshot. Okay, here they are. I hope you found these recipes to be inspiring, and thank you for joining me in my kitchen today.